and welcome to All Things Nitty's Crochet channel. This is the spiral loop border that can be added to any project. It's really beginner friendly. The setup for the border is once you've finished your project, use the same yarn and work a full round of single crochet. When you come to the corner, you're going to work a single crochet, chain one, single crochet in each of the four corners. Then you grab 2 or 3 different colours, however many you think will work with your finished project, and we'll begin together. Okay, so let's begin our pattern together. You're going to need to fasten both yarns before you begin, okay? So the easiest way to do this is find your corner, skip one, pattern, skip one, pattern, skip one, pattern, skip one, pattern, okay? So if you do that a few times along, as long as before you work your corner, you've got space to skip one, this pattern will work, okay? So into that stitch, you're going to pull up your first colour. So make a little loop, pull the yarn through, bring this tail over the working yarn, and then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so skip one, and into this stitch here, you're going to do the same. You're going to fasten on your new colour. So make a loop again, pull it through to the front of your work, take your tail, put it to the back, over the top of your work, hold it, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, do the same. So bring it up a little bit just so that you don't lose any stitches. Place your hook back into your chain 5 with your first colour. Now, the only important part of this pattern is you always need to make sure you're keeping the next one to the front. As long as you work to the front of your work, this pattern will work out, okay? So you've got your first colour, skip one, second colour. You're going to skip one, and in the next stitch along, you're going to work a slip stitch. So place your hook right through to the back of your work, yarn over, pull through, and then continue that. So keep pulling through and work your slip stitch, okay? And chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take your hook out, place it back onto your second colour, so onto the pink. Bring your first colour right to the front of your work and hold it with your thumb. Here's where we'll work into. We're going to skip one, and in the next stitch, you're going to work a slip stitch. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, pull it up, back onto your grey, place your hook back in. Again, you have to make sure this loop, or this chain, sorry, pull it right to the front of your work and hold it with your thumb. Okay, so here's our corner. We're going to skip one and work into the top corner a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, back to the pink. Place your hook in. Bring the grey to the front of your work. Here's your corner that we've worked into. Skip one, and into the next stitch, you're going to slip stitch. That's it. That's all you have to do. Your corner is just keep working. So, we need to chain 5, slip stitch, and then chain 5. Okay. Pull your loop out, back onto the grey. It is quite time consuming, but because it's only really the one round, it doesn't actually take that long. It's just a little bit fiddly. But once you've got the hang of it, it's really easy, and it's just a really nice pattern. I really like it. So skip one, and into the next stitch, slip stitch, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back onto the pink, Just make sure your yarn doesn't end up all knotted, which can happen quite easily. So bring it to the front, hold with your thumb, just make sure you skip one, and in the next stitch, slip stitch. Chain 5. That's it. You go back onto the grey, make sure the pink's to the front, you loop over, and then you keep doing the same all the way around. When you come to the end, you'll skip one, and see this stitch here, the very, very first one that was skipped. You're going to work into that stitch, but you have to make sure the grey comes to the front, and then you work your last slip stitch into that stitch here. Make sure the grey loops at the front, and then slip stitch, fasten off, and just make sure your tails are sewn in. But yeah, it's a beautiful spiral loop border. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please let me know what you thought in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on Sunday for this week's tutorial. Bye now.